Yeah. The big con in the UK was they would bring out a game. I remember buying the game Roadrunner. This is the early when I first got my Spectrum, and they put the arcade graphics on the back of the box, and
well,
I
and
just
some
thought,
of
wow.
the Nintendos, some of the early Nintendo ones, they didn't even put the graphics. It was just
No,
artwork.
and
And you're like, I don't even get to see what the game is like. How do I know if I want it?
Yeah, you just enticed by the cover, weren't you? Sort of thing. Oh, I'm doing terrible on this. Oh, scared. Oh, if you hold down spacebar, you can lob bombs. Oh, there we go. Look, there you go. But yeah,
to lob something.
Lob something. Even before I had a Spectrum, I still had my Atari 2600.
Yeah, I got my 2600. Yeah.
I would buy games to play on my friend's Spectrum. Do you know what I mean? I remember having like five or six games before I even had the computer. So it's,
yeah, whenever we went around to the used shops that would sell like used games and stuff for like $5 or something, yeah, I would sometimes pick up. Oh well, these looked cool, so I got them for one of his systems.
Yeah,
and I'd go over there and play, or he'd show up with a stack of games at my house for the Nintendo, and we'd play them at my house, and then.
Yeah, I mean, some of you were like, as I said, you looked at the cover and go, "Oh, this looks amazing," and then you got it home and it was just like, "Oh, I can't
feel like this is rubbish."
Yeah, I can't even get off the first screen.
Yeah. Do you have any of the Contra games? Did they do the Contra stuff for this?
Yeah, I could. I've got. Well, they called it Gryzor in the UK.
Oh, Gryzor. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Like the Pro Protector as well. They changed the name. I don't know why, because they just made Pro. It was a Super Contra.
Yeah.
With the two characters, I can't remember what they're called now. But in the UK, they changed them to robots and called it Super Contra, because I don't know why. I think it was around the time of the LA riots, and they were trying to like tone that. Yeah, but yeah, it's weird. Oh, I've got I don't think I was actually looking at the screen then when I was playing that last bit. Maybe that's the best way to go about it. Whoa, this is unfair. Oh. How do I get through? Oh, you can blast those blocks.
They're talking about Jaws for the Nintendo.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, you have to go around collecting clams. Yeah, it wasn't.
Do you have games like Afterburner or Top Gun for this? Where you?
I do have. I do have Afterburner, but it's. I can play it, but it's quite. The controls are quite fiddly.
Well, that game was super difficult, anyways.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I've got it on the Mega Drive, and G-Lock as well. That was great on the arcade, wasn't it? The second one.
Top Gun's even worse for difficulty.
Oh, you can't land the.
You can't land on the freaking carrier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really difficult. Oh, it takes you back a level. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I've gone back a level. Here we go. Yeah, this was a game by Gremlin Graphics, which I think they released a few games on the NES as well. British company. There were like probably three or four big major players in the UK. We had Ocean Software, US Gold, and who were the other big sort of players that were in the States as well? Oh, Houston Graphics as well. But I always hark on about in the UK, sort of like we didn't feel the effects of the 1983 game crash because we had all these kids in their bedrooms making games like this.
Yeah.
It was almost oversaturated, really.
They because the like systems like that, like the TSR-80 and things like that, they went away in this country, and we were stuck with Nintendo or Sega.
Yeah.
And
mean,
I think what happened was the indie developers got squashed out in the States.
Yeah.
So
I mean that's mad because it was such a sort of lucrative industry for. I mean, literally, we had like 17-year-olds like coding games, and then they sell the games to the developing software development, and then they'd be like, they weren't old enough to drive, and then they'd be buying Ferraris because they'd made 2 games.